afternoon, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and today I bring you guys the almighty, the all-powerful P.U.N.K Gold Pride Goblin Biker deck profile post Rage the Abyss 2024 edition pre-August ban list. Now, I was hoping that the August ban list would have came out by now, but sadly, Konami's being a little procrastinated and kind of not bringing out this list as soon as possible. And today, as we're speaking, it's August 29th, 2024. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we still don't got a ban list, so most likely we're just not getting one until tomorrow, which really sucks because it's literally the last day of the week, and it's either today or tomorrow. It can't come out any other time, so we're just gonna have to wait and see what Konami's gonna do, and hopefully it's a big slaughter list for all our Snake Eyes friends. But in the ashes of all the best decks dying, here comes my proposition as the new best deck post the ban list and post Rage of Abyss once you get the brand new Shark support. This is Gold Pride P.U.N.K Goblin Bikers. If you don't know, these are 3 archetypes that came out in the last 2 years that have some of the best synergies working together as a cohesive synchro XYZ fusion archetype based around rank 3s, synchros, 6s, 7s, 8s, whatever you want to build this deck, you can build it around that. For me, I'm focusing on the synchros 11, 8, and 6, and for the XYZs, I'm focusing on the rank 3 package, but you can also focus this deck a multitude of different ways and different values. I just feel like this is the strongest package overall. But yeah, let's talk about it. So if you don't know, P.U.N.Ks came out in Grand Creators all the way back 2 years ago, back when everyone fought Exo Sisters, and the Adventure package were actually going to be fun, cohesive strategies that will never die. Jokes on them, no one plays Exo Sister or the Adventure package anymore. But yeah, P.U.N.Ks are still around, and they have a really strong, fun fan base that are keeping this deck alive. And Konami seems to want this deck alive too, because they keep either unbanning cards on the ban list like the Speedroid Terratop, or they just keep giving us brand new archetypes that have great synergy with us, like the Goblin Bikers. So let's talk about it. So P.U.N.Ks are a really cool strategy. They're basically a psychic archetype that's based around paying life points to generate a whole bunch of free material onto the field that are level 3, 5, and 8, allowing you to have access to Synchro 11s, Synchro 8s, and Synchro 6s. That's kind of like the whole gimmick of the P.U.N.Ks. They also have access to really powerful fusion monsters in the form of Rising Carb, and also really powerful other monsters. But ultimately, that's kind of what the P.U.N.Ks do for the deck. They're just level 3 extenders that allow you to have a really great resource engine, allowing you to search our lovely Jam Extreme session to draw 2 cards, and enable a really powerful combo to quick synchro on our opponent's turn with Amazing Dragon, and compulse 6 to 7 cards on our field back to hand and completely fuck your opponent's day, because nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to be compulsed 6 times in a row, especially in one big motion. So yeah, that's kind of what the P.U.N.Ks do. The Gold Pride came out a year later in 2023, and they gave us access to some of the best extenders P.U.N.Ks have ever seen. They're basically honorary P.U.N.Ks. The Gold Pride, Leon, Carry, Rollerballer, and Nitro Head have the best synergies with the P.U.N.Ks because they're all the same levels. Nitro Head is the same levels as Foxy 2 and Ogre Dance. Rollerballer is the same level as Deer Note. And of course, Captain Carry and Leon are the same levels as Yaman, Madam Spider, Wagon, and Shirakusai. And because all the Gold Pride monsters are basically level 3, level 5, and level 8 extenders that can special summon themselves onto the field if your life points are lower. And hey, look, P.U.N.Ks are an archetype that work with the same levels. They're also paying life points in order to do effects. They just kind of work hand to hand together, and none of these archetypes have restrictions on them that completely ruin your game. The only restriction is Leon's Reborn effect, which barely ever comes up, and if you're a good Gold Pride P.U.N.K player, you can usually play around that. So the P.U.N.Ks are just absolutely amazing to allow you to synchro climb and generate a lot of material on field, while the Gold Pride are really powerful extension slash powerful end boss package that allows you to have access to some of the best removal options this game has to see. Not to mention, they also generate some really powerful track cards that completely stop our opponent in their tracks. While the lovely Goblin Bikers are a new XYZ archetype that kind of streamline everything together as a cohesive abomination of a deck. If you don't know, the Goblin Bikers are basically all centered around Gaganga. Gaganga is basically the heart and soul of the Goblin Bikers. Any 2L3s access this dude, and then he's just full combo. He basically allows you to search out the starter for the deck. The starter allows you to search the emergency teleport for the deck, and then that gives you 2 level 3s to capture anything else you want and just XYZ climb to the moon. Lovely Merciless and Boom-Mac all special themselves from the graveyard by detaching material. Lovely Doug special themselves from detaching from hand, and it basically allows you to create a really powerful resource engine to generate a whole bunch of rank 3s out of nowhere off just 2 level 3 materials. And because lovely Chariot Carry is kind of the heart and soul of the Gold Pride package, one Teratop is not only full Goblin Biker combo, but it's also full Gold Pride combo, and it's also full XYZ armor package combo. So let's actually talk about the XYZ armor package. This is a new XYZ strategy that came out last year, and basically it's shark support. Basically it's kind of its own thing. Basically the whole gimmick is that you can detach materials in order to rank up into a Dark Knight Lancer on your opponent's turn, who's basically just a modern day Relinquish for us Yu-Gi-Oh players. If he's ever equipped on your opponent's turn or on your turn, he just quick effect non-targeting relinquish a card on the field as material to him. And the idea is that you can quick XYZ with full armor XYZ, then you can quick effect banish this card to equip him with an XYZ on field, to then equip an opponent's monster as material to him because he was equipped himself. And then he becomes like a pseudo towers that has double protection in the form of XYZ and Virtue Stream, and it's just a really cool combo. Luckily, this combo only gets better with the introduction of Raging Abyss, because we have access to the new Leviathaneer Dragon. So this is the new card we're getting in Raging Abyss that kind of makes his deck even stronger than it already was. Not only did we get support in Infinite Forbidden in the form of the new Whitewoods monsters, but with the introduction of this new Leviathaneer Dragon, not only does it streamline the combo even more, allowing us to recycle Chariot Carry when we use it as material to make Utopic Draco Future, but it also allows us to have access to a basically Sword Soul Blackout for the archetype. This card's absolutely insane, and the fact that it's so searchable in the deck is kind of stupid. This card's literally Sword Soul Blackout. It literally says target a fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control, and 2 other cards your opponent controls, and destroy them. Then it has a quick effect. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target one face-up water monster on your field. The next time it would be destroyed this turn, it is not destroyed. Otherwise, if you target, let's say, a wind monster on your field, it just becomes water. Really weird, powerful card that is just searchable in our new strategy, because Leviathaneer Dragon has access to Full Armor Fortress. Full Armor Fortress can search up our rank up, which then we can make our Dark Knight Lancer on our opponent's turn and just have 3 interruptions. So not only are we getting a Relinquish / pseudo towers against our opponent, but we're also getting basically a board pop of 2 when we do the combo, which is pretty awesome. The Goblin Bikers also allow us to access the Gold Pride through Chariot Carry. Chariot Carry is kind of heart and soul of the Gold Pride package. Basically, any 2 level 3s like Teratop at the Takaton board allows you to access Gaganga. Gaganga allows you to access Captain Carry. Captain Carry and Gaganga makes Utopic Draco, and then the excess materials from them accesses the full armor package and just completely pop out from there, which is pretty awesome. The punks just facilitate lowering your life points that allow you to have free special summons, not to mention there's free synergistic ability to, like, oh, hey, I pay life points this turn, these guys are all alive now in hand, or hey, they're the same level, so our opponent stopped our punk play, now we can have access to the Gold Pride play or the Goblin Biker play, or oh no, they stopped the Goblin Bikers, I guess we're just gonna full punk combo. That's kind of how this deck works. This deck has 3 different archetypes working hand to hand on 3 different inboards to create this monstrosity of a deck where not only you end on a really scary end board of monster negates, but you also end on a huge end board of back row. The Punks, the Gold Pride, and the Shark XYZ package all have access to trap cards that are all searchable within the combo. Any 2 level 3s gives you Carry, who searches out Start Your Engine, who then those 2 level 3s allow you to access to the Virtue Stream, who searches out your Virtue Stream monster trap card, which then allows you to make the rank XYZ package as a full Fortress, who searches the other XYZ card. The only trap card that is not searchable within the Goblin Biker combo is the Punks. Punks kind of just facilitate the whole engine as a whole. They're kind of the bait. A lot of people are going to waste a lot of their hand traps on these guys, rightfully so, because these guys are just a whole bunch of material and card advantage off cards like Extreme Session, and of course a lovely Jam Dragon Drive and Rising Carp. Not to mention, we again, Book of, well, not really Book of Eclipse, it's more like bouncing a compulse for 7 cards is pretty powerful. Not to mention, it allows us to have access to Second Punisher, who's at pseudo towers, completely fucking our opponent's day if our life points are lower than theirs, which of course we're paying 3,000 life points just to do the whole Punk combo. So yeah, this deck's absolutely devastating. There's 15 starters in the whole deck. The deck can end on like 5 back row, 20 monster interruptions on field. This deck clicks synchros, fusions, and XYZs on your opponent's turn. So all the monsters are free to dodge targeting activations and just completely fuck your opponent's day. And it's just a lot of fun. So if you want to play a fun, energized deck that makes every summoning mechanic in the game, like interruption-wise, not really like links or rituals or nothing like that, but like just making a whole bunch of different kinds of interruptions, this deck kind of does that for you. This deck is super combo. It's super skill intensive, but it's also a lot of fun. So I'm going to show you some duels. This is a really fun deck. I think it only gets better once Rage Abyss comes out and we get the brand new Virtue Stream and the brand new Levitaneer Dragon. So let's just get straight into this. All right, so now it's time to get started on this wonderful duel, and it's time to show you all the power that is Gold Pride Punk Goblin Bikers. We're going to show you some duels. I have a whole bunch of recordings we can go through of just me dueling with this deck. We're going to start from the top and work our way down until I get bored. So let's just get straight into this. So this is the first one I just dueled. I just faced off against a Bead Trooper player. Now, I know Bead Trooper is the most meta deck, but this is kind of just showing the full combo as God intended. This is just basically saying, hey, deal with me. This is my full combo, uninterrupted. He does have a hand trap, but it's like the worst hand trap in the world, Retaliating C. And it does kind of come up, but we kind of already eat it before it can actually do anything to us. So we're just going to show what our deck can do through full combo. He's playing Rika. I think this deck has huge potential, especially the Beat version. But we go first, and they didn't. So sucks to be them. So we're just doing our full Punk combo. He's opened with emergency teleport, so we're just all set there. And we're just off to the races. We're getting ourselves our field spell, and now we're just off. So we're now use the field spell effect, summon out Madam Spider. Madam Spider pays 6, switch ourselves Dangerous Gabanga, so we have an imperm. Now we're going to draw one off this Extreme Jam Session and get ourselves a lovely Jewel Lockbird. And now we're going to make our Synchro Jam Dragon Drive, bring back the Xiamen off our Deer Note, and get to search off a lovely level 3 extender in the form of Tracker. We're going to use the field spell effect to draw another card, so we draw 2 off the field spell. Now we're going to Gaganga. Luckily, we're just searching Doug just to get a name out, because we're going to actually get all 3 in rotation. He's going to activate Retaliating C of all hand traps. It makes sense because this card actually works well with the Beat Troopers. This card is sent from field to grave. You could add a Earth Insect from deck to hand. Luckily, we equipped it as material, so he doesn't have to get to do that. I'm going to get rid of that pesky ad. So we just Gaganga'd him, which kind of sucks for him because now we're just going full combo and he can't really do anything about it. He's just -1 card. And yeah, we're just popping off. So we're just doing our normal play, especially somehow carry search yourselves, start your engine. So we have 2 back row traps already, as long as our full combo. We're also going to get Levitaneer, who's going to search us a 3rd back row in the form of Virtue Stream. We're then going to activate the guy in grave to detach the carry off the Utopic Draco, so then we can use its effect to recycle the carry And now we're just going to make 2 rank 3s here. It's probably a Gossip Shadow. But we're going to use Armor XYZ Fortress to search our 4th back row and form the rank up. And then we're actually going to synchro into second game Punisher, because instead of going for Pulse with the Amazing Dragon, I actually rather go for the Book Eclipse play with the Gold Pride Leon. So we have 4 back row. All our monsters have interruptions, and we have a Draw Lockbird in hand. Our opponent's going to normal summon the Resonator Insect. We're just going to immediately absorb it. As soon as this card hits Grave, he's going to get like +5 off it. He's going to have to discard the Sting Lance to try to summon itself as another extender. We're just going to negate. We're just going to negate and then just equip, and our opponent concedes. So this is what the end boards usually look like. We have a Towers, a Monster Negate Steal, a Quick Effect Absorption, a Quick Effect Pop spell summon from deck, which will lead into another Absorption in the form of Rollerballer. We have another Negate off the Gossip Shadow. This is just a negate and changes effect. We both draw 1. The Dangerous Gabu is literally just Imperm. And then, of course, you have Virtue Stream, which again is Sourceful Blackout, so we can destroy, quote unquote, our lovely Dark Knight Lancer, which will just be protected by the continuous trap, and then pop 2 cards on his field. We also have a quick synchro into either Star Leon, but most likely we're going to go into the Wolf Tamer. And we just have a quick effect Book of Eclipse. And with our zones more clear, we actually get Pinballer out and Pinballer them as well. So we also get a Wolf Tamer and a Pinballer all in one rotation, which is pretty devastating. And if our opponents somehow get to play that, we still have plenty in our deck to go through, so we're still in a pretty great spot. So that was just one duel. Let's show you some more replays and show you the greatness that is this deck. So I'm just going to work my way down, no particular order. These are just some of the most recent duels going forward, and we're just going to go from there. The one thing bad about Dueling Nexus is it has all these damn ads. I really need to add ad blocker to this. So we're going against a lovely Salamangreat player. He's playing the Speedroid Terratop engine like us, just as a free rank 3. And we're just going to pop off. I'm surprised he didn't Ash the Ogre Dance, but I guess he wanted to save the Ash for something else. He's probably wanted to save it for something better. I'm not really sure. I can't really complain to my opponent. A lot of people don't know how this deck works, so they're just watching me do my thing, and they're not going to know what to hit and what not to hit. So he is going to Veiler the Xiamen. I'm going to go for the draw because he targeted a monster, and then he's going to Ash that. Now, that was a mistake. He should have saved his Ash. So he did Effect Veiler kind of the right card, but ultimately, he did mess this up, and I'm going to punish him for it because any 2 level 3s equals Gaganga, which equals Captain Carry, which equals Chariot Carry, which equals full combo. So that's what we're going to do. Also, I hope you guys love my gold Goblin Biker sleeves. I'm working on getting the play map, but for now, I just have Ghost Ogre. But yeah, we're going into Chariot Carry dump, and get Search Better Luck next time. Make Utopic Draco. Use the Xiamen anyway, just for the draw 1 off the field spell, just because why not? Then we're just going to burn our opponents by summoning out these 2 level 3 extenders. We did not whiff on either, so we're just burning our opponent down. Go into a Levianeer, add ourselves the Trap card, which is pretty solid. So not only are we just burning our opponent, but we're just popping off. And we're just extending our way to Sunday because our opponent can't really do anything about it. Here comes the Merciless. Merciless summoned back the Charger. Levianeer recycling our Chariot. And then we're just going to climb into our lovely Fortress. Fortress searches another rank up. And then these 2 are probably going to be Gaganga. But first we have to be better luck next time to search ourselves a Leon. Use these 2 for Star Leon, my bad. And then we're just going to summon out Leon, bring back... I didn't know what my opponent was playing, so I went for Nitro Head. Just because I want to get my opponent a token. He's going to try to Ghost Ogre. I'm just going to negate it because I'm like, oh, he's trying to destroy this guy. I guess I could have let it go and just let him have the token, but I kind of just want it still. I'm just going to rank up, absorb his Terratop because I know Takatombor requires him to have a level 3 on field, or at least a wind monster on field, so I'm just going to blow it up. And it's always going to try to Ash. We don't care. Ash just means this guy stays on the field. That was just a waste of an Ash. But my opponent's dead anyway. We're just going to make a second game Punisher. And we're just going to use the second and Punisher's effect. Banish. And then now we just have game on field. We already had game, but we have more game. Draw off the field spell. 5,000. 3,000 game. So there you go. That was just against Salamangreat. Now it is a unconventional Salamangreat. He is playing like Salamangreat Charge of all things and Terratom board, but he is playing plenty of hand traps. He just wasn't familiar with the matchup and he kind of got cooked because of that. That's kind of how a lot of decks are going to go. They just don't know how to play against your deck and you're just kind of ruining them. So let's keep going. So this is the best board my deck can produce. I'm pretty sure this is one of the best replays. My opponent bricked really hard, so I was able to go full combo. To be perfectly honest though, besides this tier cash, cash Tira slash tier element slash Lightstorm here, they really don't play hand traps. It's a very wombo combo deck like mine, and because of that, because their deck's based around milling, they really don't play hand traps in their deck. So I can just go without any worry. Even if they did, I did make an early Gossip Shadow to protect ourselves from Ash. So we're pretty much in the clear. That's why I love the Terratop engine, because it just kind of insulates our punk plays. Here comes the Wagon. Wagon's going to search ourselves our lovely, lovely field spell. And then we're going to place that field spell and synchro into a Jam Dragon Drive. And just pop off from here. Here it goes. Pay number 6. Chain the Reborn effect. Here comes Shirakusai. We're probably just going to add another level 3 extender in the form of Mountain Spider because the field spell can spell summon it. We're going to draw one here. Hey, we drew into a Better Luck next time. That's pretty good. Carry, search ourselves the Trap card, which is also pretty solid. We're going to activate the field spell, banish, spell summon Mountain Spider. Mountain Spider, pay 6, search ourselves the Dangerous Gabu, which is just a searchable imperp. We have 5 in hand, by the way. We're going to draw off that, which is pretty insane. Here comes the Draw and Lockbird. And here's Ganganga. We're just popping off now. Ganganga, search yourselves a Mean Merciless because we already have Doug in hand. Doug effects, search yourselves the lovely, lovely Grand Entrance. We're going to activate Grand Entrance, detaching another material from this Ganganga to get ourselves the final card. Suppose something out the Mean Merciless. Use these two as a Chariot Carry. Chariot Carry, detach itself. Search yourselves the next Better Luck next time out of deck, and we're going to Foolish Barrel that Rollerballer. Use these two to make Utopic Draco Future, which is just a really, really powerful card. Here comes the Reborn effects, and hey, we're going to spell summon this guy from hand, make ourselves 11-eared pitch. Oh, first search a Virtue Stream, then we're going to pitch to add this Chariot Carry back to the extra. It doesn't really matter because we already have both copies of Better Luck next time in our hand, but you know, it might come up. We're going to do the effect to recycle this lovely, lovely Doug back to hand. Now we made ourselves the Fortress. Fortress, search ourselves a trap. Notice how many cards in my hand, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I lost track. There's like 10 cards in my hand right now. And then we're going to set 4 back row. And then we're just going to pass it down to our opponent. Our opponent's going to draw, and it's not going to help him. We're going to give him a token, and they're going to lose the game. We're going to try to play it. Here comes lovely, lovely Cash Tira. She's going to mill 3, and she does hit 1. She hits a wolf, and she technically hit a Lubellion. A Lubellion would be a lot better if you hit a Bisteel, but you don't. Hey, that's bad calm placement. I just get the Nitro hit it. Then he's going to activate this effect. I'm going to change the effect to we both draw 1, and they concede. Now, this is our end board. We have a Droll, an Ash. We drew with this lovely, lovely Bamboozle into a Ghost Ogre, so that's 3 interruptions. 4 interruptions with the Gossip Bamboo Shadow. 5 with the Nitro Head. 6 with the XYZ Armor Fortress with the rank up, so we're just going to count this as 1-6. Technically 7 once we get into the Virtue Stream. 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's 11 interruptions if I count it correctly because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, technically 8 because it's going to summon out a guy from grave, and then that Leon's going to quick synchro, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 interruptions right here. No joke. This is like 12 interruptions. What is my opponent going to do? Nothing. And they're literally going to do nothing. They have evenly matched. I give them a token. They got to get rid of it. It can't be linked off. This deck is just kind of insane, man. Like, look at this board we have. We have all these hand traps. We have a starter for next turn. We're kind of just in the races. This is kind of like what this deck does. Now, it's not just all just combo wombos. It's also more things too. The reason why I skipped these 2 videos is because they're actually Dynamorphia replays, so keep that in mind. Board breakers galore. I actually don't see most of these videos. I actually don't remember, so we're just gonna hope for the best. So my opponent, he opened board breakers galore. We're just gonna Ash his mold chummy Perulia. See, this is why I'm playing Perulia in my deck instead of the other one, because most people are just playing Perulia. This is a Sky Striker deck, by the way. Now, this is just me doing full combo. Now, again, he just kind of opened the board breakers galore, kind of. That kind of is what he has. So We're just going to show you that some of these monsters are super protected. My opponent did brick really, really hard. This is Sky Striker, but he does have Raigeki Dark Hole Harpies. If he just opened and Perulia would have drew him a whole bunch of cards if this resolved. So he's actually in a great spot if I didn't have an Ash Blossom for this. But I did, so here we are. And here comes Tempai Dragon, who's immune to all these cards, by the way. None of these cards work on him because he's immune. And yeah, that's basically it. He's going to clear my whole board besides his Tempai Dragon, I'm pretty sure. I might be able to climb into a second game Punisher, but I don't believe I do. Again, I don't really remember this duel, so I'm just kind of going by off feeling. And my feelings is he's going to clear everything. So here comes the because that's why I haven't even done P.U.N.K combo yet, so I do go for a second game Punisher, I think. So here comes the Ziaman. Get ourselves a lovely Foxy Tune. Special summon itself by pitching the XYZ armor. So the reason why I pitch the XYZ armor is because I ranked up early into the Dark Knight Lancer, so we're not actually going to rank up into him this turn. He's already ranked up. So I did that because I needed a discard. I didn't want to discard anything else. So here comes the field spell. Here comes this normal P.U.N.K combo. And yeah, here comes it all going. So here's Jam Dragon Drive. Here comes a lovely Shirakusai. Here comes another level 3 to hand. We got a Madam Spider. We're going to draw one off this field spell. It feels great. So we got Ziaman for next turn. Here comes the Madam Spider. Let's just search our Imperm, which will never come up because our opponent's going to Harpy Feather Duster. Who cares? Draw one. Here comes the second Punisher. We're going to search out a carry. Like, again, if my opponent didn't open 4 board breakers, I don't think they would be able to win this. And they're still not going to be able to win this because they don't have it out to these two. So, and I'm going to protect this thing like 3 times. So, here comes the end board. Here comes, again, he opened like 4 board breakers. So, I feel fantastic. If my opponent opened any starters, he'd probably feel good too. So, here comes the Harpies, layering on the back row. Here comes the Raigeki. I'm going to activate the Virtue Stream to protect it once. He's going to activate another Raigeki. I'm going to protect it the second time. So the reason, and then he's going to activate a Dark Hole, which gets it the 3rd time. So you need 3 board breakers to clear 1 monster. And then these guys are immune, so who cares? Game. Now, again, that was just kind of just showing how resilient the board is. Again, I had 3 monsters survive double Raigeki. That's kind of like the showing. And I took the Dark Hole to get rid of the 3rd dude. Now, if you open a starter, that doesn't even matter because, again, we have a monster negate. So I don't know what he's going to do against this thing. So we're pretty set. And not to mention, even if he like somehow broke this board, we still have a Ziaman and a Crossout and a Doug for next turn. And we're just going to pop off. So I'm pretty sure that's why I kept the replay. But yeah, there you go. Let's do a Blue Eyes video. I think I have like 5 different Blue Eyes decks. Ever since Blue Eyes got support, everyone's been playing this shit. Now, luckily, he's playing the new cards. This is a new Dark and Light Darkness. So this is like Appaloosa for home. It's like a new Chaos version of it, which is pretty cool. That's basically what he's going to try to end on, the Chaos dude. I'm going to just show you me playing through like a 6 negate board. So that's what I'm going to do. And his hand's pretty insane to do it. I have 2 1-card starters. So if any deck's going to do it, it's going to be this hand. This hand's pretty insane. So we're just going to do our thing, waiting for our opponent. I'd never seen these cards before until this video. So yeah, this guy's pretty insane. If you don't know, I'm going to pause it real quick. Pause. So this guy is basically just a Omni Negate. Once a turn, if a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated, lose exactly 1,000 attack and defense. Get the activation, and then if this card's owner possession is destroyed by opponent's card effect, target 1 dragon monster in your graveyard, special summon it. And this is also a quick effect, tag itself out for any synchro dragon, which is pretty insane. And his back row is going to increase its level and attack. Thus, it's actually a multi-negate. So what I'm going to do is that when he's going to negate the Terra Top, I'm going to chain E-Telly because it's only once per chain. So I actually get to resolve this E-Telly, which is pretty good. Now he's going to increase its level so that he gets more negations, but it doesn't destroy. So that makes me feel good. It doesn't negate and destroy cards, it just negates. So I get to keep all the materials. So when I have the Ziaman, I'm going to lose another 1,000 attack. That's 2 negates done. Here comes the 3rd negate, and it's mandatory, so you can't not negate. So that's the 3rd negate done. These guys spell some themselves. He does negate, but I guess because they're not on field, he doesn't lose attack. So these are technically 2 more negates, but he actually doesn't do anything with them. Here comes Amazing Dragon, Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. So because I Chain Link block, he's only negating the attack boost. I'm still going to be able to bounce this card back to hand, which is pretty good. Now he's going to activate this, and now I just have full Gaganga combo. Like, how stupid is that? I played through like 4 or 5 interruptions there, but because it doesn't kill my material, I still play through like nothing happened. And I'm just going to eat his board alive because Gaganga's is going to absorb. I tried to absorb his own monster. Then I realized I actually couldn't because I guess it can't be absorbed or something. It can't be targeted. So I tried to absorb it, couldn't. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just go for a different play. Foolish Burial, send carry, add a Leon. Probably just going to XYZ on top of these 2 with a Utopic Draco. Yep, here he comes. Spell summon out you. Spell summon out you. I don't actually know why I detached. Oh, because I'm not actually making. I thought I was going to do a reborn effect. Never mind. I'm going to search myself a trap card. And my opponent surrenders. He gave up. Because I have full combo. He can't do nothing. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to set up a board he can't beat. So, yeah, don't play Blue Eyes. Even though he set up an Appaloosa for 5. We beat it pretty well. So let's have a Vanquish Soul now. I'm pretty sure this is Vanquish Soul. It's literally called Vanquish in the title, so we'll just have to see. But yeah, Vanquish Soul will be Vanquish Souling, and we'll see how good it is. But these are just some duels of me playing online. Again, I have a whole bunch on my videos. I can go into tutorials on how like each combo and shit like that. But I think it's just fun, more fun for me and you if we just show you some replays and go from there. So here comes Vanquish Soul here. He opened an Ash Blossom, but it's just not going to be enough. He's going to activate Madam Spider. We're going to search ourselves a lovely, lovely, dangerous Gabu. We're going to suppose someone out. Lovely, lovely, lovely Carry. Carry search ourselves another trap card. Now, he is good. He has the Ash Blossom, but we have the Crossouts. So he's going to try to Ash us eventually. I think that was the Ash right there. He should have Ashed Gaganga, but he doesn't know any better. It doesn't really matter if he knew any better because we do have a Crossout for it. That's why we play 2 copies of each hand trap. Just in case we open one of them in our opening hand or we draw into it in our combo. We still want Crossout to be live. I forget when he's actually. Oh, here comes the Ash. Doesn't matter. We have Crossout Designator, which feels good in our 60 card deck to open this card. So bye to his Ash Blossom, and now we just have full combo. He's Vanquish Soul. He's not gonna be able to do anything about it. Here comes Utopic Draco. Again, we're just recycling it out. Here comes our lovely, lovely Mean Merciless. Here comes a Leon. And we're just kind of off to the races. Like, here comes these 2 into a lovely, lovely Levineer search our lovely, lovely Virtue Stream, which is basically Sword Soul Blackout. We'll recycle the carry for next turn. If my opponent lives the next turn, here's the detach for our lovely, lovely Doug for next turn. Here comes the rank up into the Fortress for our other trap card. So that's why we're playing all these trap cards in our deck, by the way, because we search them out so easy in the combo. That is just 4 back row set against our opponent. My opponent does have the 1 copy of There Can Only Be One, but my whole deck's all different kinds of cards, so that actually does nothing. We're just going to Ash Blossom him. Feels bad for him to get Ash Blossom when we get called by, but when he ashes us, he does get affected. So he's going to bounce, but we're going to chain all our trap cards and kind of ruin his day. So here comes the rank up. Here comes the start your engine, the special out, probably Leon. Yep, here comes Leon. Rank up brings out the XYZ 4 armor. We're activate the Leon. Brings out the carry. Carry search ourselves another trap for next turn if my opponent lives. We're activate the Leon. Quick synchro into our lovely, lovely Star Leon. Star Leon pop this asshole. These activate Stick Your Soul. Somehow another heavy Borger from deck. We're just going to quick effect equip him. And he has nothing else. He is, it's over. It's GG. It's a wrap because all these monsters are different types. So There Can Only Be One doesn't really do anything. Oh, I guess these are Warrior, Thunder, and Warrior again. Oh, wait, Aqua, Thunder, and Warrior. So I guess he could have done something. But that's it for that. And he is defeated. So there you go there. That's the Vanquish Soul player. Too many field spells. I actually don't remember what this duel is. Is he playing Generator? Is he playing Magical Meltdown? What is he playing? Oh, he's playing Tempai. Okay, so this is my Tempai duel. So this is back when I was playing Gillosaurus instead of the other one. Again, I kind of like Gillosaurus when you go first, but Gillosaurus going second is so bad. If you don't know, this card says, hey, you spell summon me for free every turn, well, not once per turn. But if you do, mandatory effect, your opponent can spell summon one monster from their graveyard. Really, really bad card, so I'm not playing it anymore. But yeah, we're just gonna pop off, pay 6, get our field spell. So this is just all punk combo. The reason why we started with Gillosaurus is because our opponent, if he did have a hand trap, would hand trap us then. But luckily, our opponent did not open a hand trap, so we're all good. Even if it did, we did have a cross out and a call by in our hand, so we're uber duper protected. Even though our opponent didn't open a hand trap, he's probably gonna try to board breaker us, but we're just gonna full combo him. So who cares? Here comes the Madam Spider. Pay 6, get ourselves a lovely, lovely draw. And we're just going to draw our way through this. Here comes the Captain Carry off this draw. And then here comes Doug. Doug uses special summon itself and get ourselves a grand entrance. And we're just popping off from here. Our opponent can't really do anything about it. Here comes the grand entrance. And we're kind of just off to the races. Here comes the Carry. Carry searches ourselves another trap. And honestly, we have 5 back row right now. But we're just going to keep going. Search yourselves a better luck next time. Foolish Burial, a roller baller. Use these 2 for the Utopic Draco. This engine is so easy to do. Activate this to get ourselves a Nitro Head just to stop board breakers in the future. Here comes the Mean Merciless. Mean Merciless effects, special summon out P.U.N.K from hand. Here comes this. We're going to detach probably the P.U.N.K. Yeah, we're going to detach P.U.N.K. Here comes P.U.N.K recycling the carry. And then here comes P.U.N.K special summon itself, detach. Make up into a fortress into our lovely, lovely rank up trap. Now, sadly, this thing's going to be stuck on field, but who cares? Here comes the Nitro Head to give our opponent a token. I'm going to call Nibiru just for shits and giggles. That's because we're not going to need this anymore. We're set for pass a turn. I wish I could have set this call by, but I guess I couldn't. Here comes a token for him, and now he's kind of screwed. He has 2 summonings, but that doesn't matter. It's not the Pot of Prosperity. What is he going to find on the top? Anything good? Here comes a Bisteel. Here comes another name. There's a Bisteel he chose. I'm surprised he didn't go for the quick play spell, but I guess he has Perelia who could search the quick play. Here comes Magnemite. Magnemite's going to search on end phase. Boo-hoo. Who cares? Here comes the Tempai. So he has 3 field spells in hand. He's not the most unbrick player in the world. He's going to activate the effect. I'm just going to activate my rank up. Make myself a full armor Dark Knight Lancer pretty solidly. My opponent's going to search out the Carmelian. He's going to activate the field spell effect. I'm going to activate this to pop it. I'm going to change the effect of this to equip. Pop his field spell. And then this is going to quick effect absorb his monsters. That's the combo I was showing you. Not only do I get to keep my monster, but I also got to protect it. Here comes the battle phase effect of this quick play. To spell summon out Chunga from hand. As soon as that Chunga hits field, I'm just going to quick synchro into Amazing Dragon. Amazing Dragon bounce it back to hand. I don't want to bounce back his continuous spell because I don't want to activate again, and my opponent's going to concede. Now, my opponent didn't have the most consistent hand. He didn't open a board breaker, but his Pride of Extravagance didn't really, Prosperity didn't find what he needed. He found 3 field spell instead, but, you know, he still ended on like a stupid board. Like, and I gave him a token, and I had double protection, so I don't know what board breaker could have got him out of that. But, yeah, that felt pretty good. Let's see, is there any more? Branded Falls. Let's see how the branded player goes. So, yeah, let's see how my opponent goes. He's playing a weird branded deck. He's playing, like, Dogmatica. Like, this is, like, a lore-accurate version of this deck. He's also playing, like, the Red Eyes fusion. He's not trying to baby puppet me. If he's trying to baby puppet me with this hand, I would just lose because I don't have a hand trap. But instead, he's going for a more honorable Dragoon play, and that a Dragoon plus Imperm plus a negate in hand is not enough. So this is 3 interruptions, but here at top is going to make clean work of this because we're just going to climb straight into Gossip, make ourselves an E-Telly for a Wagon of all things. Wagon pays 6. He's going to have to an Imperm on this, so it basically negates its negate for us. So whatever. Here comes the field spell. I'm surprised he didn't negate that, but who cares? We're going to actually detach our own material to spell something out this guy because we can detach our own. Since he's negated, he doesn't matter anymore. He's going to actually negate the effect of the Merciless, which is kind of funny. Here comes this, but he's at the never negate, so we're trying to Book of Eclipse's field. But here, we have no material on this guy anymore. We just get to search our rank up for free, and guess what? Here comes a lovely full armor fortress. Spell summon out the Xiamen. Xiamen get Foxy too. We can pitch the equip spell. And we're just kind of off to the races. We're going to actually equip this full darkness on my turn. Banish, equip, absorb, and we have full punk combo now. And yeah, we kind of just played through his board. He had 3 interruptions, and I said I don't give a shit. That's kind of how this deck works. He had 3 interruptions. Don't get me wrong, this isn't the most competitive branded player, but he did have 3 interruptions. He had the Mercarier, he had the Dragoon, and he did have an Imperm, but I still played through it. And you know, funny enough, those 2 make Second Hand Punisher because this is a tuner. So here comes Second Hand Punisher. Here comes Amazing Dragon. Let me bounce his last 2 cards back to the hand, and this is game on field. So GG. But yeah, it's kind of how this deck goes. I can go first, I can go second. It is just really fun. I'm pretty sure this is just me Nibiruing my opponent, so we're actually gonna fuck it. We're gonna show it. Oh, let's just show me Nibiruing my opponent going full combo. Like I said, I'm just gonna show you all the duels I got because I spent a long time recording them. So if you're sticking tuned to this, like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy all these videos. I'm pretty sure this is just me Nibiruing my opponent to the dirt and like full comboing them afterwards. It's really hard to get replays, funny enough, because a lot of times I'm doing full combo. They kind of just quit before I even get halfway. They're just like, I don't want to even deal with this shit, and they just leave, which is understandable. If they don't have a way to beat it, why stick around to find out kind of situation. Another Blue Eyes branded player. Like I said, Blue Eyes is fucking everywhere. Luckily for me, I opened Nibiru, so he's kind of screwed. If he was the Dragoon player from last turn, he actually could make a negate before he does, but he isn't. And here he comes. So a lot of different Blue Eyes builds. You've seen this, I think, the second Blue Eyes duel. But this one's playing again branded, and it's also playing the Ultimate Fusion. The other one that we faced again was playing like the new Chaos cards, which were pretty cool. He is 2 actually. Here's the Dark Evolutions. I guess he's also playing the Chaos cards. Might be the same player. I might. Who knows? He's going for a Alabin. I'm assuming he's trying to give him Puppet Me. I actually don't know. He's trying to give up Puppet Me. He's playing Alabin. I'm assuming that means he is. Here comes a Tyrant Dragon. I don't even want to find out. I'm just going to Nibiru him now. Here comes a big-ass token. He's going to set 1 pass. And here comes a Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon to search out Chaos Max. This build is like crazy. I'm assuming there's a Game of Puppet in there just because he's playing Albion, but maybe not. I'm going to activate the effect. He's going to activate Ultimate Fusion. He's actually going to fusion out this big boy. This guy is actually pretty solid. He's actually a quick effect negate. Which is pretty solid. Here comes this. So he's actually popping off even though I Nibirued him. Here comes this. He's going to negate that and destroy it, which is pretty solid. But here comes Carry because our life points are lower. And then now we're just off to the races. He uses 1 negate on a wagon. So here they come. All they come. Special summon. Make a Gaganga. Search ourselves a lovely Doug. Doug effect, special summon itself. I try to equip the token, but I actually can't, so I'm actually just going to equip his 5,000 beat stick. And yeah, we're just going to pop off from here. The Nibiru definitely helped. He did have a negate still, but who cares? We didn't open Punk combo in our hand, so we're just going to do what we do best, which is blow up all his shit. Now we have a 4,500. Here comes the rank up, dudes. I'm pretty sure I can't kill him this turn because I can't actually clear the token this turn. But that's fine. Here comes a card I can clear the token. That lovely Virtue Stream. That means we're going to actually deal with his back row too. Here comes the Levineer. We're just going to detach all these materials. Keep extending. Keep going. Kill the Blue Eyes. Kill this guy. But I didn't actually know it had a special effect. Whatever. Set 3, pass the turn. This guy recycles into a Leon. Leon bring back the carry, so you have a quick effect Book of Eclipse. And yeah, he's gonna draw off a turn. Hey, Albion's pretty good, but he's gonna try to activate this effect. And I'm just gonna activate the Virtue Stream, pop both these. Yeah, that's pretty solid. They die. Now this is gonna kill his own tuner. He's gonna banish it to add Blue Eyes back to hand, so he has a discard for this lovely Fallen of Albaz. But I'm just gonna blow it up on summon. Here comes a 1 and a 2 and a 3, and we get to special summon out another carry. That dies. That's his whole turn. We search out our trap for next turn, but we're not going to have a next turn, and our opponent will concede because I'm just ranking up. I'm kind of just stepping on a grave here. So yeah, that's Nibiru going Burr. Heroes, crazy duel. So I actually don't remember this duel. Heroes is another popular deck. They got a whole bunch of new evil hero support, which you can see my opponent does also have. He also has Super Poly. This is still back when I was playing Gillosaurus, so you're just gonna deal with that. Here comes the special lovely Gaganga. We're going to go for the Gaganga line first. Usually we go for the punks first, but I decided, hey, I want to pitch the rank up with the Foxy Tune. So instead, I'm going to go for all these guys first and see how far I can pop off. So that's kind of the plan. My opponent does have a really powerful board breaker. His hand's insane. He has Stratos. He has the Hero Lives. He has a Super Poly, and he can pitch a Malicious with it. The only card I don't know is the Dark Contact, which is new. It's like his hand's full combo. It's just I'm going first, and I'm going to have 5 back row for him. So I don't know what my opponent's going to do, because here comes 11-year. 11-year, search the Sword Soul Blackout of the archetype, the Virtue Stream. Pitch the Detached, add that carry for next turn. Here comes the lovely XYZ Galores. Detached, spend someone to get the rank up. Hey, Foxy Tune, we haven't actually done you yet, have we? Here comes the field spell. Activate Foxy Tune. Pitch the rank up. Summon out Xiamen. Xiamen effect. Pay 6. Get ourselves a lovely Ogre Dance. Ogre Dance pitch. Add a Shirakusai to hand. And then, hey, look. Lovely field spell allows us to do anything. But we have not normal summon, so we only need to use the field spell effect to spell summon out the Shirakusai. So we're just going to hard normal summon him. Make our lovely Rising Carp. Summon these 2 from the deck. And we're just going to keep popping off from here. Here comes the Mammoth Spider drawing us a card. Lovely draw is our Gillosaurus. Here comes a Synchro. We have 3 back row for our opponent. And we're not done yet, because here comes the lovely Shirakusai coming right back. Here comes a Ghost Ogre Search. I decided to go for him instead of another level 3 extender, because who cares? We draw into one anyway. Here comes the lovely Gossip Shadow. And this is our end board. We have 3 back row and a whole bunch of monsters. We're going to activate a Hero Lives. Summon out Stratos. Stratos is going to activate the effect to add a hero monster. He's going to add Varus. Makes sense. Funny enough, my opponent can Super Poly. He just chooses not to. I don't know what he's holding it on. He draws into a favorite contact. We draw into a Takatomborg. Terratop, which is pretty solid. He's going to go for this. We're just going to absorb him. Here comes the rank up pack. We already used the detach off him, so we're just going to use him as the material to free up our back row. Here comes this guy, the Infernal Driver, or the Deceiver. I'm not really sure. I'm just going to negate him. I don't really want to deal with him. And we're going to gain life points, so we're now at 64. He's at half. He's actually at less life points than us, so keep that in mind. He's going to activate our lovely Boosted Go to add this new card hand, Evil Assault. He's going to activate Evil Assault, pitch the Ferris, and he is going to special summon out this guy, Evil Hero Doom Prison, Foolish Burial of Sinister Necroform. Necroform is going to special summon Infernal Rider. Infernal Rider is going to search ourselves a Dark Prison. I don't know what any of this shit is doing. He's going to activate Dark Fusion. Here comes the Malicious Bane. Now, Malicious Bane, I do know what he does. Now, this is actually a huge misplay on me. I didn't realize I can't target this guy. So I can't actually bounce him back to the extra deck. I have a negate. I'm just going to negate steal his ass, but that was actually a huge misplay on my part. I probably shouldn't have done that. Now, there's also a huge misplay on my opponent, because he could have Super Poly'd this at any time. But here comes the Dark Knight Evil. I'm just going to pop it. He's going to activate a Super Polymerization to make a Hero Sunriser. We're going to get ourselves a Leon. Hey, yo. We got very lucky because we have a Leon in hand. Here comes Leon, bringing out a carry. He still has a Miracle Fusion, and we still have a Virtue Stream. So carry's going to search another trap. We have 5 cards for next turn, by the way. We also still have a Ghost Ogre, so he's going to activate a Hero Lives. We're going to quick Synchro into a Star Leon. We can't make the Whitewoods because we are Gold Pride Lock. Here comes the Wake Up Your Hero. He's just going to be our guy. He's going to activate its effect, burn us. He actually was really close to game there. Now we're going to Virtue Stream pop these 2. our guy lives because of the rank up trap. He's gonna summon out a Stratos, but it's a little too late. I was expecting him to search out whatever. I'm just gonna ghost ogre. The reason why I ghost ogre him because it's like I don't want him searching out the honest, and I have to deal with the honest. But instead, I have full combo to kill him now. He has nothing to do. He's at half life points. This is already game on field. I'm kind of just doing this for shits and giggles because here's second in Punisher. And he's just going to become Giganto. And that's the end of the game. My opponent played well. He had a great hand, but he couldn't play through the board. That's kind of just how modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is now, by the way. Exo Sisters gets Whitewoods. I think this is actually a duel where I Whitewoods them. So here's connection coming through. And let's show you some great duels. So yeah, again, I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I hope you guys are getting enough Gold Pride Punk Goblin Bikers for a lifetime. Like, this shit's fun as hell. Here's my opening hand. It's solid. These are the only 2 cards I'm happy that are in my hand. Everything else is like a one of. Here comes the Ziaman. He's going to ash it. Boo-hoo. Who cares? We have a level 3 extender and carry. And now we're off the full combo. Cool. You saw the punks? Doesn't matter. We have full punk combo now. Full Goblin Biker combo. Goblin Bikers search out a lovely Mean Merciless because we already have Doug. Doug search yourselves a Grand Entrance, and in Grand Entrance is just going to search yourselves and special summon the Mean Merciless and the Boom-Mac from hand. So here comes the Boom-Mac. Special summon out the Mean Merciless. Mean Merciless special summon out the Boom-Mac. And we're just off to the races. Here comes the Captain Gary. Detach. So this sells the Starter Engine. Foolish Burial Rollerballer. This is like so like I'm hoping I'm getting these combos into your head because I'm just doing it so frequently. Here comes a Better Luck next time. The searcher sells a Leon this time instead of going for Nitro Head. Here comes these 2 into a lovely Leviator Dragon. Searching us our lovely Virtue Stream. Effect. Recycle the carry for next turn. And then we're just popping off, man. We're just popping off. Here comes a XIC Armor Fortress. Searching us another trap card. Here comes the Leon. Probably going to use the Leon effect. We are. Here comes the carry. We're actually special summon out the Tagaton board. Use those 2 to make another carry. We're just going to keep this carry on field. That's literally all we made it for. And yeah, here comes our lovely Exo Sister deck. Now, don't get me wrong, Exo Sister is a cool deck. I'm actually happy for it, but I'm just going to Book of Eclipse him. And then I'm just going to rank up on him. Not to absorb any monsters. He's going to go in phase. I'm just going to go trap card, pop. But because of the rank up trap, I get protected and absorb his last monster. Like, that's kind of stupid. I just popped 3 of his cards. And the board's cleared, and that's game. G. And yeah, that's really about it. I really hope I'm nailing the point for you guys. This deck is just super fun and super good. It just keeps going forever and ever and ever. Now, this is a really bad hand, but we're still going to do it. We're still going to do great things, and that's really about it. So yeah. Yeah, let's just go straight into this. So lovely Ziaman into our lovely it's just full combo. Our opponent's not going to be able to do anything, and that's really about it. So instead of keep going, we're just going to end it here. I hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid. See you on the next one, and bye-bye.